Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to Assassin's Creed Origins here on the Nightwing 1 channel, the Batman channel, and keeping the awesome costumes going, we are a member of Cobra now.
Cobra!
Special thanks to our friends over at Ubisoft for giving us the gold edition of Assassin's Creed so that we can get this costume free of charge. And this is the snake costume, or the Cobra armor, whatever, I don't know.
Thank you, Ubisoft. Whoa, this is cool looking, but freaky.
All that's missing is the ability to dye it blue, and I could work for Cobra Commander. I mean, I wish there was a way to dye armors, because there used to be. Assassin's Creed 2 allowed you to dye armor. It did. I would make this blue, and I would run around going, Cobra! Oh, that can't be good.
I knew you would do that.
Yeah, this looks suspicious. It's a dead body. So these are basic quests where you find a murdered person lying in the street, and then you go fight people that are way above your skill level. If you beat them, you get a ton of XP. If you don't, then you basically lose gaming credit. Oh, what was that? Somebody, the Field of Reeds.
Somebody needs something.
That's a side quest. Oh, excuse me. I am walking through the water because I can. Because I am a member of Cobra!
It looks like those fangs can literally gouge your eyes out or like hit your forehead or something.
Alright, so this is another famous temple in Egypt.
Oh wow, lion or some kind of...
Yep, that was a girl goddess we climbed up. More pharaohs telling stories of the afterlife. Fun.
Oh, are you allowed to climb on the statues or people get mad at you?
Nobody cares right now. They're supposed... okay, there we go. So it's important in every Assassin's Creed game, when you find an area that has a vantage point, go there, because it'll make it so much easier to find side quests.
Oh.
Also, it makes your... I don't know if it's supposed to be an eagle or if it's a falcon. It doesn't look like an eagle, unless there are different types of eagles.
It looks like a... well...
It sounds like a falcon.
Oh, does it say it's an eagle?
I believe it says it's an eagle, yeah.
Yeah, there are different species of eagles, but we're always used to the bald-headed eagle.
But I remember Egyptians
country.
using falcons, but they also had eagles in their, history. Alright, so they're the bad guys.
Yeah, a falcon or a hawk or something.
Yeah, falcon. It sounds like a falcon. It doesn't sound like an eagle. But I could be wrong.
Yeah.
The only eagle I've ever seen is a bald eagle, so...
Yeah. I don't know why I said bald-headed eagle.
Ah, bald-headed eagle! Boom!
Oh, that would not work! Jumping into a pile of leaves from a roof does not work.
I was trying to get to the Field of Reeds, which is basically
don't
like
try that
death.
at home, kids.
Yeah, don't do that. I did that once. Don't do that.
Does not work.
I'll probably save that for Batman. You know what? It's fun. So one year I was little. It was during the time of Batman the Animated Series, and I thought it'd be fun to rake a pile of leaves, because my dad told me to rake the leaves, and afterwards I could jump in them if I wanted to. So I was like, cool, I'm gonna do that. So I raked them really high, I jumped into them, and it was like, okay, that wasn't as cool. So I decided to rake them more, made a giant pile, and then I thought, you know what would be even better? Is if I jumped off the house, and I did that. But then I realized the house would probably hurt. And I was like, you know what? The garage isn't that high off the ground. So I jumped off the garage into the the leaves.
Yeah.
And I twisted my ankle or sprained my ankle or something.
Look, leaves literally just press down and get crushed into like flatness.
You don't think about that when you're a kid. ADD kids don't think. They do.
I don't understand why this guy didn't get more hurt jumping off that.
I think part of the reason why my dad had to have a job that was, had a home office is probably because I was crazy.
No, you weren't crazy. Your imagination.
Oh!
Your imagination is just wild. Desynchronizing.
I could have taken those fools. Blast.
So Luke, oh man, Luke was trying to explain to me between the last two episodes that you're just reliving the memories.
Everybody knows that but you.
Well, I didn't understand that. I thought she was changing his
No,
past.
this isn't time travel. This is reliving moments to usually make modern day assassins, stealing the DNA of the past great ones and incorporating super soldiers. Like Desmond. But Desmond had a really lame death, and I'm not over it, people. I'm not, because Desmond was supposed to be awesome, and He murdered his girlfriend because he was possessed by a alien, and then, in order to prevent the alien from destroying the world, he had to die to save the world. And then it was just a waste, and all the other games just aren't as cool, and people are like, we miss Desmond. So...
Yeah, that's kind of lame.
It was lame.
Feels like he got gypped.
Well, remember, Assassin's Creed was originally supposed to be a trilogy only. And then it got so popular that they kept going.
I see.
It kept going, and, you know, 10, 15 games later, here we are with Origins, finally.
I'm surprised they haven't made more Batman Arkham games.
Oh, they will. But they'll be WB Games Montreal. So, speaking of Assassin's Creed Origins, the only reason this game was made is there is a statue in Ezio's cave, his bat cave, where there's a woman called Amunet who was responsible for poisoning Cleopatra in history, and she was one of the early assassins, along with some Greek woman who killed Alexander the Great with poison.
Wow.
Yeah. Which I actually hope they make a game about Alexander the Great, because I'd love to see how that woman managed to kill Alexander the Great.
Yeah.
That would be a fun game. So if they can make an entire game on Assassin's Creed Origins, which is the origins of the Brotherhood of the Assassins, then they could make a game based on the first assassin, which is the guy who killed the Babylonian king Xerxes.
So much
or
work.
They could make a game based on the Alexandria thing, like the founding of Alexandria. And
so
all
much work would go into... I mean, so much history had to go into this game. Oh my god.
Because Amunet, the entire game for Assassin's Creed Origins, is one paragraph in Assassin's Creed 2 on her statue about how she killed Cleopatra, like, you know,
so
historically.
It's all like...
Sorry about that. I had to change controllers because I've been playing a long time. All right, so we're back.
So you were saying that it's from that one paragraph in...
Assassin's Creed 2.
Yeah, and so they kept the continuity between the games.
Well, I mean, I don't remember this guy in it, but yeah.
Wait, yeah, you're right. There's supposed to be a girl assassin. Weird.
Very weird. So let's see what happens here.
What good fortune! I thought it would be years before we saw you again.
Hail in peace, Menahet. How is your family?
The children seem to grow larger by the minute. My wife and I have our hands full. And you? Is there any news of...
None.
I forget myself. There are so many things in your life best not spoken of. Forgive me.
I see by your garb that you have been promoted.
Ah, yes. The High Priest, in his grace, made me his second. And my rank is not the only thing he has changed. You must see the temple.
You will give me a tour?
Of course. At the moment of your pleasure.
See how he's wearing an animal print?
Yeah, so he ended up ranking up, so he got a cheetah
Ready
or
to
whatever.
see our beautiful temple?
Or whatever
After
that
you,
is.
Menahet. Or is it servant of the goddess?
Menahet will do for one as good as family.
Aww.
This is far from the sorry ruin of my last visit.
Yamu now plays constant host to ceremonies showing our rustic way of life, which attract many visitors with more gold than sense.
Oh, so they're like a
Description
tourist
well
place.
suited to Alexandrians. How does this sit with your faith?
I confess that my thoughts are sometimes uneasy.
So
Interesting.
they get gold for showing how they do their ancient stuff. Probably the Greeks and Romans visiting them then.
Oh, yeah. Remember, all of Egypt, you know, Alexandria and all those other places, like one massive New York City.
Yep.
So, I mean, you have people coming from all over the world, the ancient world, to see Egypt. Parts of it, anyway.
Why are there little kids smiling at him?
Vanquished by a gang of ruffians, huh?
They've got him.
Silent as kept.
Uncle Bayek! Uncle Bayek! Hello, Uncle.
Jewels of my life, why have you left your mother's side?
Pick me up, Uncle Bayek!
Aww.
There's no need to attack a man from behind. We're not numbering him 4-1. Huh?
You taught us to secure every advantage possible over a Tainder's foe.
Yes. And I am very dangerous!
Hide well, for the wanderer stalks your path.
And I have the Cobra hat on again.
Aw.
Cobra!
Yeah, if he's like, what's new with you? I was gonna be like, I got this new snake costume.
Yeah, I got promoted. I work under Destro now.
Man, he's like the best dad ever, but he doesn't have a son. So sad.
Why are you gonna bring up his life? You're gonna make him sad. I mean, we've seen him laugh, we've seen him get angry. I don't want to see this big guy cry.
He's so sad. He needs another son. I feel sad.
I'll tell his wife to get on that. Alright. And so... there we go. We have to find the children. Where are you guys hiding?
Man, there's so much detail. And I bet if you went to Egypt today to look at this, probably wouldn't have all these colors on it either.
No, they would all be faded. But the Ubisoft team, the developers, they did their best to recreate not necessarily ancient Egypt, this is
Like-
modern Egypt.
Yeah.
This is because most of Egypt, especially when Augustus, takes care of, well, Cleopatra takes care of herself in history. But, like, when Augustus comes to Egypt, Egypt is not a foreign power anymore. And I believe he decimated some things. Because they just become a Roman provenance.
Or probably if you don't upkeep it, it probably just would crumble eventually anyway. But yeah, like you were saying before, like, I have heard they took a lot of stones from the pyramids and built their own stuff. Like,
Well, they had to show that, you can't stand against Rome. I mean, especially after they lost Caesar. Augustus did a bunch of stuff.
yeah, he was his adopted son, so.
You have a lovely singing voice. You guys should start a barber quartet. That'd be good.
There, I'm clapping.
That was a slow clap. That's like a sarcastic clap. Oh, I didn't mean to break that.
Oops.
Oh, why did you open that up?
Oh my gosh!
Down, boy! Down! Where's the newspaper? I guess the sword will do.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I turned off the blood people because I just was getting queasy.
We might turn it on once in a while.
Yeah, once in a while when I feel like, seeing gushers everywhere. It'd be nice if they changed the color of the blood.
Geba, what in the name of the gods are you doing down there?
I wanted to hide, but now I can't get back out. I'm scared.
Stay calm. I will help you out of there.
Aw, Bayek is such a good guy.
I know, right? Alright, so let's see. How are we going to get him out of here? He probably can't climb. Nope, he can't climb.
Great.
There we go.
Man, this kid is so much trouble.
Thank you, Uncle Bayek.
I need to be honest with all you
Talk to your
guys.
mother. She will be worried.
In my other save file, I went straight to Alexandria and skipped this place, so...
That kid was stuck in there forever?
No, I've never played this part. This is all new for me.
That's okay. I like it that way. Oh man, those statues.
I went straight to Alexandria and met with his wife and took on some Alexandria quests, and I went to Giza, and I went to the famous dock where the Romans are. I went all over the place. I skipped this place. I was like, shh, I'm going to Alexandria.
Follow me. Your turn to hide.
Oh,
Come
you're
away
playing
from
hide
there,
and
Nyla.
seek.
You're getting in the priest's way.
Wait, are you going to follow me? Please don't do that. Please don't. I said please.
She's like, Uncle Bayek.
Nope, leave me alone. Go away, kid. I don't do well with children anymore. I'm really angry.
Nyla, are you following me?
You must
She
get
didn't
used to
watch
that
her
one.
hop up
It's a
that.
big temple.
Actually, this temple is pretty decent. I mean, I'd like to be able to explore more of it. It seems like there are places that are shut off, though.
Yeah.
There's a door there that's closed. Let's see. So there's a kid up on the roof, so we're gonna go up on the
What?
roof.
Father wants you to go home.
And I prefer to stay with you.
Aww.
How did the kid get up here?
I don't know. Yeah, they need to make a barbershop Barbershop Quartet.
Yeah, they do.
Because, I mean, that guy, he has a nice, like, baritone voice.
Are you going to sleep in our house again?
No.
Not this time. But I hope to pass by and visit your mother. Asina,
Aha!
you must come down from here.
This would be a good place to watch the stars.
Only the priests are permitted here. You know that.
Yes, but I want to see...
Hush. Come down now. We can watch stars from the riverbank.
That sounds
The
fun.
last of the children. I
Man.
will tell Menehet that the children are safe.
Yes, the children were playing in places they shouldn't have.
You just literally fell down all those stairs.
You know what? No one else is watching. So, I mean, you know. Let's
It's
go.
like he tries to be all cool. I saved the children.
Look at this.
Oof.
Fraud abounds in your market. And you claim you can do nothing?
The dealings of the market are beyond me. Speak rather to the offending merchant.
Priest, you have proven as false as your mummies.
No, what's going on?
Menehet, your brood is delivered safely home.
Thank you, friend.
What did that fool want with you?
Some visitors, having purchased religious objects, are angry when our village has no more dead cats to sell them. Though not a merchant, I am often the means by which the aggrieved snuff their anger.
This matter needs a firm hand.
Uh-oh.
Wait.
Wait, whenever Bayek takes on a quest, people die.
Wait, so some guy wanted to buy a cat from that guy because he made him mad. He's gonna go kill that guy.
Well, Bayek is...
You're in the mob, basically.
I think Bayek at this point would be a member of the Sith. I don't see him...
Tourist this week to shout at me.
Oh, really?
I hope you will find some answers in the market. The merchants have short tempers and may refuse to speak. That was the 4th tourist this week.
Okay, that's all he has to say. All right.
I think he's
we're
just
going.
saying the same thing over and over again because he's just complaining. That was the 4th. Did you hear what I said, Bayek? The 4th. Did you hear me?
No.
Yeah, you said the 4th. Whatever.
The only thing that I did in my other save file is I went and I played in the water.
Oh.
And the water here is really gross. But there were some cool treasures, and there's a weird quest where I fought some alligators.
Oh.
You saw that part.
I think I came downstairs when you were fighting some alligators.
Right, I was, Bayek is actually, since he's a police
remember
officer,
that.
he was investigating a murder, like, over there, and, it was kind of cool, but...
Well, now you're demoted to babysitter.
Yeah, I like this aspect better because you have to be a really high level to go do that, because the crocodiles are level 14.
Oh.
It took a long time to kill them. And I died many times fighting the crocodiles. I had to use, like, DLC weapons in order to beat them.
I remember you trying to fight one with your bare hands.
Nope, I had a sword.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I had the poison sword, which was a DLC weapon, and it took a lot, but I finally was able to beat them.
Mummies are false! This looks like a trap.
When I mean DLC, guys, I'm talking about the Gold Edition. Ubisoft gave us the Gold Edition, so it had all kinds of, like, weapons and armor and stuff. But I actually bought some armor to showcase for you guys later.
Why are they selling cat mummies? I thought cats were supposed to be sacred or something.
They are after they die. They stuff them and they put them in people's houses so they can, you know, get all kinds of diseases from having a dead cat.
For this?
Tell me of the fake mummies being sold here.
I have no desire to be dragged into this.
Menehet sent me. Your silence is an insult to his holy office.
I wish to anger neither him nor the gods. We are forced to sell items of lesser quality, or see our stalls destroyed.
Who is behind this?
I can say no more now. Let us meet tonight, where the village turns to farmland.
I have a problem with you selling dead cats. Alright, they're saying lots of different languages are being spoken here. It's like, ah! Alright, let's go. I can't take it. Imagine if Superman came here right now. Plus he would hear people's, you know, stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not Cleopatra.
That's weird. Why does she look like Cleopatra?
I've read something. I don't know if it's true or not. Oh.
I will never
never see her again.
Did you get broke up?
Have you seen my Book of the Dead in your travels, Magi? I went all the way to Memphis to buy it.
No. How was it lost?
Bandits. They came from the dunes nearby. When their leader saw how I cared for the book, he wrenched it from me. I thought my heart would stop.
I can help. I do not fear them.
I have been praying for someone like you. That book will unite me with my wife's spirit.
There you are, Father. We are going home.
But this Magi is helping me.
Oh, yes? You are going to find his book? If by some miracle you do, thank you.
Did you hear where the bandits meant to go?
Oh, the leader told the others to meet him at the necropolis, I think.
We live nearby.
I am not going home until I...
Father, the book is gone.
Unavailable to talk.
Babe! You will find Mother in the field of reeds without it. I promise.
That warrior will find the book.
Yes, yes.
Oh.
He will find it.
Wait, the Book of the Dead?
The book will help him when he's passed away, then he can meet his wife who already passed away.
But you mustn't read from the book. The Book of the Dead is bad.
I thought that was the book you're supposed to read to figure out what to do.
No, the Book of the Dead resurrects Emotep. Oops, I didn't mean to do that.
No, in the Mummy, but like in real life it doesn't. It just tells you about the afterlife and what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. I know, I just, I like you mustn't read from the book! Because it's the Mummy.
I was reading something, I think like each person had their own individual Book of the Dead. Like some people had it written with their name in it or something. I don't know. I couldn't understand what I was reading about, but I was like, I don't know. I can't understand how each person would have their own custom version. I don't know. So maybe his version was freaky to read.
I don't know. I just remember that the Book of the Dead, from everything that I've seen, it's cursed.
Well, yeah, I mean, because of people believing mummies are cursed, but for them, it was like their way to know what to do. Like, they had to read it after they, like, woke up.
Uh-oh. I wish I didn't do this.
What's going on?
The sandstorm is coming.
You have nowhere to hide here.
Nope, these are really bad, actually. So we have to get out of here. And hopefully we can actually take the bandits that are here, because our level is not that high yet.
Oh, those are the bandits?
No, those are just people trying to get away from the sandstorm that's coming. You can see a building over there.
Maybe you can stay behind those rocks?
Yeah.
In the cave?
But there's all these enemies down here. Alright, that's the guy who stole the book. The book is in there.
I don't know. I don't know much about it. I haven't, like, obviously read it, but from what I heard, it's like, that guy seems to want to read it to help see his wifey or
Well,
something.
it's important to his, like, faith, so we're gonna get it for him. And we're gonna brave the sandstorm.
Basically, without it, he thinks he's gonna wander all eternity and never meet his wife again.
This place is heavily guarded.
Ah, sandstorm.
So it'll make him feel a lot better.
You can actually die in the sandstorms. Because you just, like, end up wandering around.
Must keep my bearings.
It hasn't happened to me yet, but I've read what people have already tried to do in this game. Like, just to see,
They made it pretty...
just like how far you could sail, and, Black Flag, and, ways to kill Connor in Assassin's Creed 3.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess they made it kind of accurate, because sandstorms are pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm. This also makes it really hard for me to aim my arrow and stuff, too. But it does allow me to approach enemies. Oh, that was a... Never mind. The sandstorm's already passing. That's not good. Alright, so we're gonna have to change our weaponry a little bit. That's a level 4. The shield is not that strong. So we're gonna need a stronger shield. Let's go with...
Actually, I don't remember that much about them. Like, I don't think I've watched The Mummy as many times as you.
We should probably watch it for Halloween. Fun. I like The Mummy Returns more than The Mummy, though. The Mummy 1 is, like, kind of a horror movie. The Mummy 2 is... I like Rick and Evelyn together, and that they have a kid.
Yeah.
and it's kind of cool that Evie becomes a ninja, but I don't know, I really like, Jerry Goldsmith is a great, composer for the first Mummy movie, but the guy who did The Mummy Returns did Back to the Future trilogy, and, so many other amazing movies. He did Rambo,
So you like Mummy Returns?
Mummy Returns music is better, yeah. And I like the action of The Mummy Returns, too.
Your snake outfit is really weird, but I
am a member of Cobra!
It's really good armor, I think.
No, it's not.
Really?
Nope, it's just a costume.
But it's really expensive armor, right?
Well, yeah, you get it through the season pass or the gold edition, I think.
It's cool looking.
Yeah, it's, And the weapon that you get with it is a cursed weapon that can kill your enemy, even for... I would say the weapon that you get and the shield would give you an advantage up until you meet characters that are a level 9 or 10.
Yeah.
So if you're just starting in the game and you want a little bit of an advantage, then this armor that I'm wearing, along with the cursed blades, and I'm not even using the shield that, came with the gold edition.
Yeah.
Because I still want to keep it kind of
Yeah.
Alright, so...
Yeah, well, I'll have to hear what you were talking about with Cleopatra once we get to Alexandria or something.
Oh, I can do that. So... The Cleopatra
we were
was kind of like a fashionista, supposedly.
Yeah,
this is a rumor.
We were seeing those girls that look kind of like Cleopatra but weren't her.
Right. When I was in Alexandria, too, in this game, there were tons of people that look like Cleopatra. I punched one of them because I thought it was Cleopatra. And then I read in history that Cleopatra was, so renowned that even though women hated her in Rome and, the Western world, a lot of people in Greece and Rome and Roman-occupied places would dress like Cleopatra during the time of Julius Caesar.
Oh, so
they would wear the expensive, jewelry, and she was like the Audrey Hepburn of the, old world.
So some people hated her, but they still wanted to be her.
No, they hated her, but yeah, they wanted to be her, exactly.
So... Yeah.
Like celebrities.
Exactly. They say that they hate you, but then they're just
they dress... Well,
please,
nope.
I wish I was you.
Oh, that's how you activate photo mode. That's fun.
Oh, cool.
Bye-bye.
That's interesting, because, yeah, I think she dressed pretty risque, so she probably...
Well, I mean, she had lots of different outfits, so...
Oh, she didn't wear the same outfit all the time?
Nope, she was one of the first modern fashionistas, as history recalls it. She had, so many different outfits, and she wore extravagant and seductive things. She also wore a lot of jewelry, and, she acted like a queen even when she wasn't one yet.
Oh, wow.
Because she was just the daughter, or she was the sister of the king, and then when she kind of, got rid of Ptolemy, she, declared herself queen of Egypt, but she also called herself the last pharaoh.
Your time has come!
She knew she was gonna be the last one?
I don't know. Well, I don't know what her plan was.
Yeah, she should have been making a successor. Oh yeah, I heard that she did try to make her child with Julius Caesar the successor.
She was, crazed with power. And the reason why we're talking about Cleopatra, guys, you do know that she's in this game, as well as this takes place during the time of Cleopatra. And, just before Rome kind of, arrives in Alexandria. Caesar.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
So that's why there were...
That's probably why they picked this time frame, too. Also, because Amunet killed Cleopatra, in the Assassin's Creed universe.
It's a really important time in history, because it changed everything, I guess. But I feel like if... Well, I can always talk about it later. But
there we go.
Becca will be pleased.
Oh, you got it.
Yay, I found the cursed thing. No. And we're gonna loot from the bandits, just because. Alright, there's something you guys can read if you want.
I think it just sounds cursed. Maybe in the mummy it's cursed, but I don't know if it was...
It was, wrapped in human flesh. The Book of the Dead.
Well, in that game, in that movie...
There were mummy games, they weren't that good. Although, here's the funny thing. The Tom Cruise movie, which is terrible, the Switch game that just came out is actually really fun to play. People are saying good... Yeah. The Switch game...
Of the terrible movie?
Of the terrible movie is made by WayForward, and it's really good. I want to play it on Halloween on the Let's Play channel.
That's cool.
As long as it's C-rated.
I really couldn't watch his movie because I can't even believe they didn't have Brendan Fraser even as a side character.
Not even a cameo. I know.
It really bothered me. I feel like that was kind of disrespectful to him to start.
Well, Brendan is kind of happy that he wasn't in it because it's one of the first Tom Cruise flops in like 20 years.
Well, I didn't even want to watch it. Of course it's a flop because he didn't...
No, I mean, it was a box office bomb. It's
well,
terrible.
Good.
It was like, I don't see Universal trying to bring the Mummy back again after that.
Whoa.
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah! You haven't seen this stuff. Vultures can attack you.
Oh.
And you get, like, cool stuff from vultures if you can kill them. They're really hard to kill, though.
He thinks the vultures think you're gonna, like, basically drop dead. And
Steal from me?
Yes.
Is it
What?
stealing
You
if
stole-
rob a thief?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I took it for my father.
Well, you took it from somebody else's father.
Yeah.
Dude.
That's not how it works.
You should go to Alexandria and buy it yourself, dude.
Well, bye. Say hello to your father in the reeds. See ya. Spine tickling, wasn't it?
Whoa, that was cold, Luke.
There's no blood, it's fine. It's less violent now. I'm enjoying it more now that I'm not, like, having to deal with, like, you know, arteries exploding all over me.
I'll just splash grape juice at my screen.
Yeah, can we have, like, options for different color blood? I want to, like, when I stab a pharaoh, I want him to bleed blue or, like, you know, pink.
Blue
Green.
Blue blood.
Actually, back in the day, on the retro systems, the Super Nintendo especially, they would change the color of blood from red to green, or kind of like yellow or other colors to try to minimize, you know, the rating of the game.
Wow.
Yep. They even did it in Mortal Kombat. Like, one of the Mortal Kombat games went from red blood to green blood.
Whoa, that's weird.
Mm-hmm. It was a very common practice up until about, like, 1990, I want to say 7.
They did that with that one game that we played, Bikini Zombie Slayers. You could change it to purple.
Well, they did that as a way to tribute what happened in the past. One of the first games in the United States to use blood on a Nintendo system again was GoldenEye.
Oh.
GoldenEye had, like, it was kind of blood. It wasn't super gory. It was just, like, it was weird.
Yeah.
Because it didn't ooze. It just kind of, like, stayed on the person's clothing, and it was, like, red spots or splotches that could become bigger.
I don't know why, but when you see red, it just gives you that feeling of that it's real.
Alright, where is this guy? He's on my radar. Where are you, old man? There he is. I got your cursed book.
I actually heard this weird story that the reason... Oh, I'll tell you later.
Wait.
Maybe next time.
What's going on? She didn't look so good.
Your father left us.
His good life is over. He was too weak to live till you return.
May he be conducted in peace.
He was in despair that his car would not join my mother's.
Where is his body? It is not too late.
You are a blessing from the gods. He receives the rites in the small temple.
But I was only gone, like, a few minutes!
I know.
He couldn't wait?
He died because he was sad?
Did he die because he was sad, or he just was really bad at being patient?
He's just like, you know what? I can't wait for this guy. I'm just gonna die now.
I'll show him. He's going to get my book. I'm just gonna drop dead. Like, what the heck?
You have to find the temple and give him the book.
That was a lion walking around town.
No, it was not.
Yes, it was.
Whoa.
Who's gonna die? Usually when lions show up in towns that I've been in, like, people run away like crazy. Maybe that was like a relative or something reincarnated. I don't know.
Phantom lion.
No, that'd be India. I don't think they believe in reincarnation in Egypt.
I mean, there's a lot of different cultures that believe in reincarnation.
Your book. May it guide you to your wife's side.
You completed it, and you gave him his book.
I feel like I did a good thing, but also I'm really creeped out. Maybe it's because I'm wearing this armor, but oh my gosh.
It's not covered in anything weird. It's just a regular. It's like his religious book. It's just a handbook.
I'm sorry, but after you see the mummy, that thing is just ruined. But anyway, guys and gals, that does it for this episode. Thanks for watching more of our Assassin's Creed series. Want to see more? Check out our playlist, and we'll be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with more. God bless and happy gaming.
See ya!